New Dinar rate going live at midnight. Verified global announcement shocks markets. Iraqi dinar, including the intro for your channel, RV News. Welcome back to RV News, your #1 source for breaking updates, reliable intel, and deep analysis on the Iraqi dinar, Vietnamese dong, and the global revaluation movement. If you've been following the journey of the IQD, you know that we're at a critical point, and tonight, everything changes. We've just received verified confirmation that the new dinar rate will go live at midnight, and the global markets are already reeling from the impact. This isn't speculation, this isn't rumor, this is a confirmed international development, backed by key financial institutions, trusted sources and redemption centers, and diplomatic insiders who have been tracking this transformation for years. Get ready for the most important update of 2025 so far. The dinar revaluation is no longer a distant dream, it's happening, and it's happening tonight. The announcement was first whispered among high-level circles late last night, and within hours it exploded across back-channel networks. Just before sunrise today, official sources from Europe and the Middle East began quietly preparing for rate transition protocols. The IMF, along with the BIS and key World Bank advisors, have confirmed that Iraq's new economic posture aligns with its re-entry into full international trade compliance. After decades of currency suppression and manipulation under post-war restrictions, Iraq is finally making its return to the global stage with a rate that reflects its true economic and asset-backed value. This decision has not been taken lightly. For months, Iraq has been working closely with global economic partners and sovereign banking institutions to prepare for this very moment. Security protocols were finalized 2 weeks ago, and the CBI Central Bank of Iraq has conducted a full asset audit, backed by support from Swiss compliance officers and London-based monetary advisors. The timing of this midnight launch was specifically chosen to align with global Forex recalibration windows, allowing for a seamless integration across all Tier 1 financial platforms. The move is bold, it's historic, and yes, it's completely verified. For years, dinar holders have waited for the promise of fair market recognition. Many have endured ridicule, disbelief, and long periods of silence from the mainstream media. But those who held firm, who believed in the restoration of Iraq's sovereignty and the power of its oil-backed wealth, are now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. At precisely 12 a.m. Iraqi time, a new official rate will be published. Initial reports indicate the rate will be in the range of $3.71, 2 for United States dollars, and 26 cents per IQD. This range has been confirmed through insider access to internal rate sheets shared with exchange centers in Dubai, Zurich, and New York. What makes this even more extraordinary is the coordinated response from global markets. The euro, pound, and US dollar trading desks have already entered active standby as institutions prepare to rebalance portfolios overnight. This level of synchronization hasn't been seen since the Bretton Woods Agreement. Banking giants like HSBC, Wells Fargo, and Deutsche Bank have all issued internal memos, alerting staff to be prepared for tiered currency exchange support starting midnight. Redemption centers across the U.S. have reportedly extended operational hours, with several facilities moving into 24/7 service mode effective immediately. We also have confirmation that this revaluation announcement is tied directly to Iraq's entrance into the new digital gold-backed economic system. Sources inside Basel and the Eastern European financial sector have confirmed that Iraq has fulfilled all Basel for transparency standards and is now in full compliance with ISO 20022 messaging protocols. In short, Iraq is not just its currency, yet is rejoining the global economy as a respected, asset-backed sovereign entity. This moment is being celebrated not just in Baghdad, but in financial circles from Singapore to London. Now let's talk about how this will impact you, the currency holder. If you currently hold Iraqi dinar, the midnight activation means you will soon be able to exchange at the new rate once the banks go live with their updated systems. It's critical that you do not rush into hasty decisions. Verify your bank's protocols. Be cautious of any over-the-counter exchange offers that seem too good to be true. Work only with Tier 1 or Tier 2 financial institutions that have been briefed on the redemption process. According to multiple insiders, exchange appointments will begin rolling out within 24 to 48 hours after the midnight rate goes public. Some private groups and Tier 4B exchange participants may receive early access by invitation only, starting as early as tomorrow morning. An internal HSBC document shared this afternoon indicates that secure rooms have been set up in their top 14 currency exchange centers to accommodate IQD holders. Similar confirmations have come from Citibank and PNC, with one Texas-based location reportedly having briefed over 70 staff members today in preparation for the wave of appointments. Security has been heightened around these centers, and a unified system of rate verification has been deployed to ensure no manipulation or last-minute changes occur once the live rate hits the screen. This also brings us to the global financial ramifications. With Iraq's revaluation, trillions in suppressed wealth are now entering circulation. Major hedge funds and sovereign wealth funds have already shifted resources into gold, oil, and rare commodities in anticipation of liquidity movement. The dinar's rate activation could trigger a ripple effect across other undervalued currencies, including the Vietnamese dong, Zimbabwe dollar, and even the Indonesian rupiah. Market analysts are calling this the largest coordinated financial reset of the 21st century. Let's talk briefly about the digital implementation. As part of Iraq's agreement with international banking authorities, a portion of the new IQD will be tokenized and registered on a blockchain ledger to prevent future corruption and improve cross-border payment efficiency. This move places Iraq among the first Middle Eastern nations to adopt a hybrid sovereign digital currency model. While most of the new notes will remain in physical form for daily use, large-scale transactions, especially oil, natural gas, and infrastructure contracts will be settled through secure blockchain systems, backed by physical reserves of gold and silver. The global shockwaves are already being felt in pre-market trading. Gold has surged over $2,300 per ounce, with silver pushing past $35, both driven by increased demand from sovereign banks hedging against anticipated currency fluctuation. Crude oil also saw a 3.1% spike today as traders anticipate Iraq reasserting its influence in OPEC with stronger monetary footing. Meanwhile, the US dollar index has slightly dipped, reflecting investor reallocation into hard assets in emerging markets. Political reaction has also been swift. U.S. congressional leaders were briefed earlier this evening by Treasury officials. A closed-door emergency session was reportedly held to discuss the implications of the dinar revaluation on dollar liquidity, global aid programs, and financial commitments in the Middle East. The White House issued a carefully worded statement, saying they welcome Iraq's renewed economic stability and look forward to stronger trade relationships under fair and equitable monetary policies. In Europe, the ECB has confirmed they will integrate the new IQD rate into their reserve asset recalculations by Monday. This is the culmination of years of anticipation, planning, and behind-the-scenes diplomacy. The fact that this is happening now at midnight was strategically calculated to avoid public panic and provide a transition window for institutions. Iraq's government is expected to hold a formal press conference at 9 a.m. local time tomorrow morning to explain the implications of this revaluation to its citizens. Early drafts of the speech suggest themes of national pride, international reacceptance, and economic sovereignty. State media is already referring to this as the economic dawn. So what does this mean for you? Practically, if you've held your dinar with faith and patience, you're now standing at the threshold of financial transformation. Begin organizing your documentation. Ensure you have verifiable purchase receipts or certificates of authenticity. If you're working with a trust LLC or financial advisor, reach out to them tonight. This window will move quickly, and being prepared is key to maximizing your exchange benefits. Also, stay alert for announcements from your exchange center or redemption group. Do not fall prey to scams or false brokers. This event is legitimate, but unfortunately, high-value movements always attract opportunists. Additionally, many of you have asked if contract rates will be available. Based on the data we've received, yes, certain contract rates will be offered to individuals exchanging significant amounts under pre-registered humanitarian project agreements. These contracts, however, will require NDA agreements and proof of use of funds proposals. If you're not in one of these groups, you will still receive the international rate, which itself is extremely favorable and transformative. To conclude tonight's historic update, the Iraqi dinar is officially revaluing at midnight. This is a verified global announcement that is already reshaping the financial landscape. Markets are moving. Redemption centers are active, and you, our loyal viewers, are at the front lines of one of the most anticipated currency events in mod.